I want to share with you my 4 vital steps that allow you to hit the drives of your life. Like, I really mean it. I'm like, look how tough it is here today. I know they work for me and all my students, so I'm taking on this carry right here into wind. That's like 200 plus into wind, and I mean a lot of wind. The first one, contrary to what you see on YouTube all the time, that the ball position has to be on your left heel. No. It has to be a club head inside. This will help you attack the golf ball much better, a little bit more in to out, not as much out to in. All you gotta know, the ball later in your arc, further forward in your stance, you are more likely to slice the golf ball. A bit further back, you're more likely to draw this golf ball. Now, the reason why I'm telling you the 4 vital steps in this order, because that's how I set up to the golf ball. So number 1, this is the process. I get my ball position by working it this way. Lining the golf ball up on the big toe, yes, the big toe of my trail foot. So my right foot for a right-handed golfer. Just line it up like that. That's what you should see from your point of view if you're sort of looking and copying this video right here. While this is windy, and this literally guarantees the right ball position every single time. Left to out, right foot away. My ball position is a club head inside my left heel, my lead heel, every single time. The next thing I need to talk to you about is, okay, where do we address this golf ball? Now, for me, I do it quite a particular way, right? I want to hit up on the golf ball, I want to find the middle, and that makes me hit it further. So I address roughly 2 or 3 inches back, and I address ever so slightly out of the toe. Like, look, that's the middle of the golf club. Look where the golf ball lines up. I've got a habit of finding here. So, to counterbalance that and offset it, I address slightly out the toe. Like, a lot of people might feel that looks a little bit odd, but from here, I feel like I'm guaranteeing the bottom of my arc happening before, guaranteeing a middle hit, and there's an upwards hit. Just there. Now, I know I said at the start of the video that this driver video is all about vital steps to help you hit the drives of your life in scenarios like this. But I'll be honest, I just don't want you to hit as bad drives. Golf's not a game of how good's your good shot, it's a game of how good's your bad shot. So come on, let's see, even with those 2 steps there and 2 to go, how do we hit this golf ball into this wind, up this hole? It's so tough. I mean, look at all the water everywhere. Like, this is where you really need to think about how good's your bad shot. Oh, that is a tracer bullet straight through that wind. Even just implementing the first 2, like getting 2 of these is great, getting all 4 is absolutely brilliant, and these will become automatic. Next, we need to talk about your actual head. Where your head is positioned and your shoulder is absolutely crucial to controlling that bottom of the arc, this bit right here. Now, all I need you to feel and think about, and point number 3, one of the vital steps is, can I just have my head in the middle of my stance? Like, look where my club would dangle and swing and start to swing up with my head in the middle of my stance versus my head on the golf ball. Like, look at the difference. Relative to the golf ball, can you see now how it travels more down versus way more up? So part of step number 3, think about your head position being in the middle of your stance. And it should feel, right? That's my head in normal position. That's in the middle of the stance. It should feel that you're sort of looking at the golf ball that way, right? It should feel like you're sort of behind the golf ball. I know it feels a little weird, you'll get used to it. And then from there, as you're putting your head in the middle of your stance, just tuck your right shoulder in. You literally have the 3 most vital steps in your pocket, in your game. You're missing the final piece. And that is all about speed and efficiency. Now, why I'm talking about it here is, look at this hole. I've mentioned all this water and all this trouble. If I'm really fast, I'm less likely to find the middle, more likely to be out of control, and that means shorter, really bad drives, losing golf balls, a lot of effort, and not getting a lot out of it. And that's something I don't want you to do. I want you to think about your golf swing for 4th and final vital tip as a set of gears. You've got 5. The first one being the absolute slowest, snail pace. A little bit something like this. Not realistic. You've then got gear 5, which is something a little bit like this, which is so tempting into wind, isn't it? Like, look at me. I feel like I've got to put way more into it. I want you to be in gear 3. No matter if it's into wind, downwind, tight hole, wide hole, be in gear 3, because then you'll be in the currency of putting less effort in, getting more out of it. Swinging slower, hitting it longer. And my gear 3 just looks a little bit of something like this. Oh. I rest my case. I'm so happy I've now shared that with you. I really, really am. And I hope you work on that and bring it into your golf driver game just like I have, and I've shown thousands of students in person. Thanks so much for watching.